How can Christian women get over a breakup? Hey, girl, hey. Going through a breakup is no joke. Even though you are a woman of faith, and even though you probably have the strongest pillar of faith in your corner, you're still hurting, you're still grieving, you're still feeling rejected and abandoned, you're still going through a lot of hurt. And those are all human emotions that anyone is going to go through regardless of their faith. I mean, God made us to be emotional creatures. And so for you to kind of dust everything off the day after and just say, you know what, I'm going to get through this, everything is fine, but then deep inside you're still hurting and you're still, replaying the breakup that happened, and you're still missing this person even though you feel like you can no longer miss them anymore. Like, you're still in your feelings. Like, let's just put it like that. You're still very much in your feelings, and quite honestly, your faith should lead you to that kind of sense of weakness, because it's okay to be weak. God knows that we can sometimes be weak in those emotions and in those settings. He knows that we can have broken hearts, and that is when he draws closest to us. He is near to the brokenhearted, and it is in our weakest moments that God shows up with his greatest strength. At the end of the day, you want to lean on him and not on yourself. It is totally 100% acceptable, natural, normal, and encouraged to feel those feelings, to bring them up to God. God's not going to be offended at you because you're upset and because you're asking why questions. God's not going to be like, how dare you? He's not going to punish you because you're in your emotions and you're feeling some kind of way, coming to God, sharing those thoughts with him. As a matter of fact, he wants you to do that. He wants you to come to him. The last thing you want to do is turn away from God because you're upset, or because you're offended, or because you feel like, I'm not thankful and I'm not faithful in what God's going to do here in this situation, therefore I can't approach him. That's quite the opposite. I think it's in our brokenness and it's in our weakness that we need to pursue God now more than ever, and that's where your faith comes in. Knowing that something bigger and something better is going to come, like, that's great and that's wonderful news, and I know you know this at the bottom of your heart, and it might not be some information that you want to hear in this particular time, but you know what you should hear, and you know what will come for you is whatever God has to say to you. But you'll never hear those words until you approach God, and until you take all of this, the mess, the ugly crying, the baggage, all of the hurt, the offenses, everything. You got to take that all up to God, because he can handle this better than anybody else can, better than you certainly can on your own. So definitely lean into your faith, tap into that faith during this season of your life. You're going to need him. The enemy is now here. He is going to try to approach you at all costs. He's going to try to attack you from every single angle, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to let the lack of a love from a relationship that was never supposed to go all the way, you don't want that to interfere with your faith in God and his direction of where he's going to take you to finding that true love with that man that he has already ordained in life for you to receive. Okay, girl, my heart goes out to you. I know what it's like to be in this season, and trust, I am standing with you and support and hoping that you can overcome this. But listen, if you need some quick tips on what to do and what not to do during this breakup season, then definitely what you're going to want to do is check out this video next, and I will see you there.